Hello, welcome to my first program. Today we're going to talk about politics, and other programs will talk about a wide variety of things, but today we're going to talk about politics, a taboo subject for many. Um, let's talk about a big topic. President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, I should say. We all heard about his situation, and he's filed for bankruptcy somewhere between 4 and 6 times. But as we've all heard, he's been found guilty on all counts of criminal tax fraud and falsifying business records for 15 years. Why it took the IRS 15 years to catch up with him is beyond me. But it was his bankruptcies were due to an inability to meet required payments and to renegotiate debt with owners and stocks and bonds. Well, he had the money, but of course he was hiding behind the bankruptcy, which is what he does. He's real good at that. But in those charges, Trump himself was not charged. But he does face a fine of about $1.61 million, which is pocket change for him. Uh, the Trump organization was giving its executives some pretty high class benefits, to run the charity. And, that's what happened. But like I said, why it took the IRS 15 years to catch up with him. I'm sure they've probably been pursuing them for a long time, but when a president's in office, they got presidential privilege, so they really can't be touched, no matter what they do, which is absolutely wrong. On another topic, talking about the Congress and the Senate, the president, as we all know, is a 4 year term. I think that 4 year term should also be the situation for those in Congress and Senate and those offices as well. Some of them people have been in there for 40 some years, and I think they're tired, they're wore out, they're not really in touch with what's going on. They've been, you know, you've got these big groups that go in there and try and influence these leaders, with special interest groups, like Big Tobacco, the NRA, and so many more. They want to get their hands in there and influence what happens in government, to protect their interests. So it comes down to a lot of really bad corruption. And, you could say that most presidents have done some things that would be considered inappropriate. I mean, you had Richard Nixon with Watergate. You had Bill Clinton with the Monica Lewinsky thing. First, he said he didn't do it, and then he got stuff came out that proved otherwise, and then he admitted he did it. So these people are not being honest with the American people, and they're not being honest with themselves either. And that's what turns people off of, politics. It just it takes its toll, and some people are just sick of it, and they just don't want to deal with it anymore. And I can see why. Things are special issues are put on ballots, and the people vote on it. They vote yes on it, and then a governor of a particular state will step in and say, "No, I think we need to look into this a little bit more to see how it's going to affect our state and its cities." And that's what happened in South Dakota here a few years ago when the people voted to legalize marijuana, and Governor Kristi Noem stepped in there and said, "No, I don't think so. We need to look more into this." So that's where people get in there and say, "Well, then why did you even put it on the ballot in the first place? I mean, it's a wasted vote that the government, the governor is overthrow what the people want." Because what it comes down to is what they want is what they want, and it doesn't matter what the people want. They think they know everything that's best for the people of their state and their country, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they just totally blow it. and that's where corruption comes in. And a lot of people think that this in other countries think that we don't have corruption here in our government. I experienced that in my travels around the world and had to explain to people that we have corruption in our government. We have those same problems that you have in this particular country, but we're real good at covering up because we want people to know. We want people to think that this is the greatest country in the world. And we don't have these problems of corruption and mismanagement and mismanaging the budget and look at the deficits in the hundreds of trillions of dollars because of they don't know how to manage the money. Billions of dollars to this country, billions of dollars to that country. As the old saying goes, charity starts at home. We need to take care of our own people first and then help others, but that's just not the way it works, and that's very unfortunate. But and we'll see what happens with this next presidential election. I'm curious to see who's going to step up to the plate. Maybe Kamala Harris. Donald Trump is. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. Probably will. His ego is bigger than the universe. So we'll see what happens. It'll be quite interesting. Joe Biden, I think, is too old. Even Donald Trump is getting up there. It would be nice to get somebody in the White House who's a bit younger. But in order to get in there, they want you to have decades of experience. I guess that's what the voters want or expect. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. But so we'll wait and see. But it'll be interesting. I know I myself just sometimes I just get disgusted with the whole process. So I mean, it can be disheartening because when they're out there on the campaign trail, they're talking this, they're talking that, they're acting totally different than when they actually get elected. And it was like that with Trump. He seemed pretty cool when he was running, but once he got in office, he just went totally crazy. I mean, I totally believe the guy has a mental illness of some sort. I totally believe that. But that's going to be it for now, and I will catch you next time. Have a good one.